Okay, Sunday, 12th of October 2025, so Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know, changing your mind. So, there was a series of videos I used to watch years ago, uh, used to, and they would often say that these people were wrong 20 odd years ago, stuff like that. The context and details don't matter. But I thought instinctively, yeah, but 20 years ago, a lot can change in 20 years. Attitudes, mindset, values, understanding, knowledge, awareness, you name it. So I thought, how can they instinctively be judging the people today on the person they used to be 20 or so years ago? Doesn't make sense, doesn't add up. How can that be? And fast forward to basically now, there's an interesting controversy happening elsewhere, and the details are unimportant, but it's happening and it's quite heated. And I thought, I used to have an opinion on this, and I did a video about it in late April 2024, talking about this from a very certain angle. And I thought, today, looking back, thinking, I wasn't right, but I wasn't wrong, but it was an interesting point of view compared to the thing, a little nuanced. But I also thought, how much I've grown in understanding since then of that thing in the situation over here today. I'm thinking, indeed it is possible and wise and smart, and nothing wrong with changing your mind in light of new information, ideas, understanding, awareness, experience, you name it. As you grow and progress through the world and life, you can change your mind in the light of new information, new facts. Very nice. That's quite powerful, quite useful, quite important, quite mature, quite important, most especially. Insofar as new things happen, but are you adapting to it? Or even generally, are you learning and growing? Can you look back at yourself 6 months ago and recognize and see how much you've changed and grown and matured and learned and whatever else? Yes. Even down to my Spanish. I can look back when I was reading some certain books here and realizing how much my Spanish has changed since then. Wow, amazing. And that's important in life. As we're growing and learning, we're changing here mentally, physically, emotionally, you name it. Anything LLY, financially, objectively, you name it. We need to be constantly growing. And then as we get new ideas, change our mind about previous things in the past. I wouldn't dismiss that video. I wouldn't disown it and delete it. But at the same time, I've learned since then. I understand more stuff since then. The points are still valid. It's just since then my understanding has gotten deeper. It doesn't invalidate the video. It doesn't invalidate that point of view, that video in the context of this. But it's still, I've learned and grown since then. And that's powerful. And then we can go deeper to say, right, well, I won't delete it because it shows the growth and it shows the kind of level of humility in one way. Because you could say, well, if we delete it, it's a kind of a way to try and hide it. I was wrong in the past, hide it, which is valid. But at the same time, you could also say, well, it's a trust symbol to say, this is what I used to think and believe, and here's what I now know and understand, or now what I think and believe now, because of understanding elsewhere, other ideas, education, awareness, etc., etc., etc. Quite fair, quite understanding. Quite, some would say quite admirable. Very nice. But otherwise, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Subscribe for more, and you will see me tomorrow.